lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense.
There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He might want another play. They try to get it outside on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fans.
Oh, what a spectacular... out and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. With the catch, it's Cantrell. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. LSU right back to the line. With the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the back. Using his feet. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Asher. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Not able to pick up that 1st down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2. Short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this 1st down.
In all likelihood, this drive will be decided right here. 4th and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Great job by the defense there on fourth down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet...
Talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, he's shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Forced out of the pocket. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown the pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking for a man. It's Brooks. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Seagal. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Goes to the option. Finding open areas. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Blue Hens. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, we knew coming into this game they were going to try and get this receiver the football as many touches as possible in as many different ways as possible. And here you're seeing it on the option play. Great decision by the quarterback to pitch it out wide. There was nobody out there accounting for him, and he shows you the speed out in the open field for a long touchdown for this offense.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse. Boom. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. You always hear, put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. And that, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
That's reeled in. It's Cantrell. Running through contact. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. He's looking to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The give to the back. Finding an escape route.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Asher. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Skips away from pressure. Looking for his man in the middle. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
To the air. It's Brooks. Got his man. Can't get him to the ground. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense putting points on the board.
Linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he can be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Fires to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Blue Hens want to crank the tempo. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Delaware. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Siegel. Caught near the sticks, it's Parker. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his man. It's Kent.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Blue Hens in the hurry up. They'll leave it with him. Got room to work. Turning it on! Touchdown, Delaware! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Let's go. Back to throw, it's Parker. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And the returner will be dragged down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Brooks. Dances away to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The inside handoff. Slithers into space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Blue Hens will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs.
There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Tigers want to move quickly. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And here's the third interception of the night.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Give to the running back. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Brooks. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. And he'll be brought down.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Charlotte came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in the Queen City had to sweat things out for much of the day. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Blue Hens, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Delaware. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tosses to the quarterback. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the offense there. They're trying to dial up the flea flicker, but you've got to sell the run more. That time it looked like the running back was just a little bit too quick, pitching it back to the QB. The defense did not bite on the fake, and they were able to come away with the pick.
Got a little space. Gets it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Dropping back, it's Brooks. Under fire. Steps away. He's going to take off. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Fights off a defender. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Blue Hens come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll run the option. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Looking for a man. It's Brooks. Floating away. Throwing on the run. And he's got it inside the 20.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Here's the handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
The give as they work on that clock. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Blue Hens trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with the field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right
here. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Seagal. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Calls it in. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Looking to throw again. Fires to the middle. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not a...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a bit.
He lets it fly. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level.